Our sergeant gets some intel and he gets on the radio, and just the tone of his voice, we knew that they had located him. And they found him outside of a residence, and he gets inside of a car. What we didn't know at the time, there was 4 females and a baby in the car. Right when he notices the police officers, he takes off and the pursuit's on.
I was assigned Harbor Vice. I believe we were heading west on PCH from the 110 freeway when we heard the gang unit advise that they were in pursuit of a Code 6 Charles suspect.
Of course, your adrenaline's pumping up. We were just in pursuit for about 5 minutes, and it was a crazy pursuit, going through dirt alleys and swerving around other cars. He ends up crashing, and his car makes a 180. We ended up going nose to nose with the vehicle, and I was the passenger officer, so I knew I was going to be the first one to have to confront the suspect.
I see the driver's side door of the vehicle Mr. Cedillo was driving, that opens, and he immediately gets out, brandishes a handgun, and begins firing in the direction of the secondary unit.
The car was still moving forward. One foot was inside the vehicle, one foot was out on the sidewalk. And so when I was getting up, all I saw was the barrel. It was flush on me, and it was a revolver. So the barrel was flush on me, and I just saw gun smoke. The first round went right by my head. I felt the whiz. The second one ends up hitting me, but I didn't feel it at the time. And I'm thinking, all right, I'm in a bad position, but all I had in my head was, I'm not going to allow this guy to shoot me without consequence. And then that's when, I don't remember even getting my gun out, but I started shooting and then ended up on the ground.
I had 2 choices of what to do. I could either bypass the whole scene and basically flee the area or not be of any service or render any sort of aid whatsoever. Or I could drive towards Mr. Cedillo and eliminate the threat. I remember striking Mr. Cedillo he was shooting at I think he got a couple rounds off.
I'm on the ground. I'm thinking I need to get back up. I'm still conscious. I'm thinking I'm going to start getting shot while I'm on the ground. So I get back up and I see the suspect running towards me, and not knowing that he just got hit by the car. And I just start shooting as I got back up on my feet. Next thing you know, he's on the ground and it's over.
When we entered and I struck him, the windshield shattered. I heard gunshots going off. Once everything stopped, we get out of the car. The situation is code 4 at the time. 15, 20 seconds later, I was curious to see what was the cause of what shattered the windshield. And then right towards the lower portion of the windshield, right where it meets the dash, I saw the butt end of a handgun, and I had to do like a double take. I go, how did this, I don't understand. Where did this come from? Apparently what had happened, I hit him with such an impact that the gun pirouetted through the air and embedded itself in the windshield.
That's when the paint started coming in. What ended up happening is the round it was a 22 caliber round. It ends up hitting my Marine Corps pin flush on. It stopped the velocity just enough, and then it tore the thickest part of the shirt, which slowed it down even more. And then my undershirt, my white shirt, ended up catching it, and you actually saw the twist of the round. And it ended up going inside my skin and basically created a rope burn. So it didn't penetrate me. Everything was just worked out.
I didn't know the full situation is what happened, or how. I didn't even know he was shot at the time until after the fact I learned that. But he thanked me, and I didn't understand really why. I didn't know that my role in the situation was what it was in his eyes. I guess I remember him telling me, he said, thank you. And he told me that the last he remembers was staring into Cedillo's eyes, looking at Cedillo holding the gun directed right at him.
I have to give credit to all the officers there. The suspect was shooting at me right by his car. None of our rounds hit the suspect vehicle, which had the 4 females and the baby in there.
Nobody got hurt, and that's another thing in the academy that I recall that they used to always say. They used to just say that ad nauseum. You know, the biggest thing is make it home safe. Everybody makes it home safe. But those words meant a lot that day, and we all made it home safe.